Had an interception. Can you take us through that play and just your recollections in general about that game?
Um, that was actually a crazy play, man, because I really didn't expect, to catch the ball on that one. I was back deep, and really I got to give all credit to J-Ron on that play because he was like spying in the middle. He's so long, the quarterback felt like he had to throw it over the top of him. He ended up throwing it a little too far because he had to worry about getting it over a long body like that, and it happened to just come right to me. But that was definitely a big play for me. I just felt good, contributing to the team. But I wish we could have finished it. So that's a big focal point for us this year to just finish it this year.
How much confidence did that give you as a young player?
Oh, it gave me a lot of confidence, and I just came off a pick against South Carolina State, so I had a lot of momentum rolling into those two plays, and it really gave me all the confidence I need to feel like, all right, yeah, I can really play in this defense. I can really contribute to this team winning.
Do you remind some of the younger guys who weren't there for that last trip down there about how you kind of let that one get away from you?
Yeah, Coach Sweeney talks about it a lot too. He started a team meeting talking about that, but also telling those guys that they didn't have a part of that. So I don't want it to be a burden on the young guys. Like feeling like they have to make up for that loss that we had because they didn't have any part in that. I really want them to just know that it's a clean slate for them. Make it where y'all never lost down there. I want it to be like that. I don't want them thinking about that loss. I don't want them getting caught up in all the extras, with the fans and stuff down there and, the crazy environment. I just want them to focus on their game so they can have a great game.
What kind of back is Dalvin Cook?
He's a good back. I watched a lot of film on him. I feel like he's probably the best back that we're going to play up to this point in the season. He kind of reminds me a lot of the guy from NC State. He was pretty good, but I feel like Dalvin Cook is just a little more explosive. But I think our D-line really help putting a stop to him. As long as they do their thing like I know they're capable of, I don't think he'll have a great game on us. Not saying that we're going to hold him to 0 yards or nothing, but I feel like we'll definitely limit him.
What adjustments did your defense do last year when he starts out the gate, 75-yard tackle breaking run? What adjustments did you do?
We didn't really adjust nothing, It was just a simple mistake that one of the players made. It was just a busted coverage, a busted fit. So we didn't really have to make no adjustments. Coach V just came over and told us where it went wrong, and we tried not to let it happen again.
When you're facing a back that dangerous, as a safety, how hard is it to guard against coming up too soon and run support?
It won't be that hard, just focusing on your keys, staying disciplined. If you're in a man-to-man call, just worry about your man. If it's not your fit, just, don't worry about it. It's all about just not trying to do too much, just playing your job, doing your job, playing your role. And I feel like as long as everybody just do what they have to do, then everything will go corporate steady.
Tell us a little bit about what DeAndre French saw, how the mental part of his game's going on. Do you think you'll be able to bait him some interceptions, or is he safe with the ball, aggressive with the ball? Just tell us a bit about that, Steve.
He's a pretty good quarterback. I feel like their receivers, I feel like this is the best receiving core that we're going against this year. They have a lot of fast guys. And, I can't really, point out any, tremendous flaws in this game. I just know I feel like our D-line to get a lot of pressure on them, and that can affect any quarterback, So I don't really see us, trying to throw any special things at them to make them do this or do that. We just play our game and see how it goes.
You feel like you guys have an advantage up front going up against their offensive line?
Definitely, but I feel like that going into every week, just because our D-line is so dominant. I choose our D-line over any offensive line, point blank, period. So, you ask me that next week, the week after that, I'm going to say the same thing.
This morning, Coach Sweeney referred to you as the most outstanding player on defense this year. What's your reaction to hearing that? Have you kind of maybe exceeded your own self-expectations this year?
That definitely feels good coming from Coach Sweeney, but, I can't just take any credit for that. It's just all of the guys that play around me, they do their job so well. It just makes my job that much easier. you know, and I stand out from a few plays that I make, but without those guys, I wouldn't make any of those plays.
Is this how you expected yourself to play, or are you maybe doing a little bit better than you thought you might?
Yeah, I definitely seen myself playing like this, but, you know, who doesn't? When you've been working so long and just, you know, grinding every day, waiting for your opportunity, and it finally gets here. Of course, you know, I seen myself doing it, but, you know, it feels good to actually, you know, be in the reality of doing it, you know. But I'm pretty sure every player sets goals, you know, and I set some goals at the beginning of the season, and I'm on track of hitting those goals. But like I said, I couldn't do any of it without the other guys on the defense and how well they're playing.
How much do you feel like you've improved this year from where you were in past years?
I've definitely improved a lot, and it wasn't really my athletic ability or anything physical. It was just all mental with me, just me getting in the film room, you know, learning the playbook a little more, you know. It's just the small things, you know, knowing my opponent more, just taking that film room serious. And I feel like once I got that part of my game down, I just excelled from there.
Do you feel like you're more involved, more engaged this year than you were in past years?
Yeah, I definitely feel more engaged. I just feel like my previous years here, I just didn't take it as serious. And that was the thing with me. You know, I felt like I could just turn on the switch and come out and play, and that wasn't the deal at all. And once I sat down, I had a couple meetings with Coach V, and, you know, he just kept it real with me, told me exactly what I needed to do, told me what he saw that I was lacking in. And like I said, it was just all mental with me. So once I decided to take that step and take it serious, here I am.
Are there any specific areas where you really feel like you're playing better now than you would have before?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just, like I said, it was really just me getting in the film room. You know, I see things better now. I guess really it's just my vision on the field. You know, just me being able to analyze the whole field and, you know, not put myself out of position to make certain plays and stuff. You know, really just being a more disciplined player. That's all it is.
You told us before that playing in Death Valley can really be hard on the defense as far as communication goes. Do you really look forward to road games from that perspective?
Yeah, definitely, because it's just so much easier for us to communicate out there. And, you know, because the away fans, they always try to be quiet for their offense. But that's definitely good for us because we're a defense, you know, who adjust off certain things and stuff. And, you know, like I told somebody earlier, a big thing for my unit in the back end that we focused on this year was just communicating a lot. So, you know, and I feel like that's helped us play how we've been playing so far. So when we have I wouldn't say a quiet crowd, but quieter crowd when we're on the field, it definitely helps us out with how we play.
Y'all are ranked number 7 in pass defense, only allowing 166 yards a game, especially given all the losses, losing 3 underclassmen starters in the secondary, and all the questions from the media going into the season regarding the secondary. How much pride do you take in that? Do you kind of follow those statistics?
I really haven't been following the statistics like that, but, you know, hearing that right now, and that definitely feels good because we take a lot of pride in, you know, just going out there playing good. And, you know, we had a meeting with Coach Reed right before the season started, and he kept it real with us and just told us, like, a lot of people see y'all as the weak link on the team. So we really just had a little chip on our shoulder coming out there wanting to show everybody that, you know, we're not the weak link. Not saying that we stand out and we're the strongest link on the defense. We just wanted everybody to know that we contribute just as much as everybody else, and, you know, we can hold the defense together just like any other part of the defense can, you know, because everybody knew the D-line was good. Everybody felt like the backers were that good, but, you know, we were always the question mark. So just going out there showing that we can actually play and that we actually belong on the field and that it's not just the D-line and the linebackers holding the weight, you know, it feels real good.
Sean said one of the keys for you guys is you don't really look at any game as being any bigger than another. But isn't that kind of hard to go into such a big rivalry against Florida State, especially playing on the road? I mean, doesn't it have a little bit more juice maybe than some of the others?
Not to us, you know. We really in a whole different world than y'all. Y'all on the outside, you know. That's where all the chaos and stuff goes on that with the big games, you know. When we on the inside, it's just another game. We go through the same thing every week. come in on Mondays, watch film on whoever it is, get a game plan together, boom, go practice. So, you know, it doesn't really matter who it is across from us. We still got to go out there and play our best game. It don't matter who it is. It could be SC State or Florida State. If you don't play your best game, you're going to lose, point blank, period. So we don't really look at who it is. You know, every game holds the same amount of weight to us.
So did you have this game circled at all before the season began, knowing the hype that was going on, this matchup deciding the Atlantic for so many years, or you just completely zoned in on that task at hand?
Yeah, just completely zoned in. I never even looked forward to this game at all. You know, I didn't start watching film on them until last week, you know, just because I was focusing on the other team so much.
All right. Thank you, Jadar.
Thank you, Jadar.
No
Thanks, sir.
problem.